I'm working on my customer's miter saw today, and I thought I would take advantage of this opportunity to discuss a little more about the continuum of a tooth line, how plate thickness, combined tooth set, and the pitch, that is the PPI per inch, works in conjunction with one another to deliver an optimized cut with your saw. But not all saws are the same. This one has a plate thickness of 0.41. I just completed setting this saw with the Foley No. 281 trip hammer set that I talked about in my last post. And to give you an idea as to how consistent that set is, here I've got 053, 053, 053, 054, 054, 054. All up and down, so I'm less than a thousandths variance between 053 and 054 from toe to heel on this miter saw. This is my post-set strength. It's going to lessen once I do the final finish sharpening of this tooth line. After jointing it and sharpening it, it's going to knock it down to about 051, which is the sweet spot for an 04, 041 plate. I'll show you that in a second. The Foley No. 281 is its beveled anvil and the hammer that strikes it hands-free. The power of the strike is controlled by spring and the wing nut screw beneath the set that allows the user to lessen strike force for thinner plates and increase strike force for thicker plates. Fence alignment with the tooth line governs how the upper part of the tooth is set, thus avoiding dimpling the plate below the gullet, which invites cut friction. Okay, now I've sharpened the saw and I'm coming in a thousandths less. Now I'm at 515, 52, 52, 51, 52. All right, so I'm in the 5.2 range across from heel to toe on this tooth line. Now I'm going to stone it. All right, now it's time to stone the tooth line. You'll notice that I've laid down some painter's tape. I like the frog tape, particularly smooth. All right, no wrinkles, no bubbles along the tooth line. I lay it down on a jointed flat surface like my bench top. I'll take a hard Arkansas stone and I'm gonna run it from heel to toe with the point of registration being the tape. I wanna be careful not to round this stone over onto the teeth, because now I have a consistent point of registration. Let's see where we are now with miking the set, the combined set. Now I'm coming in at 5.1, 5.05, 5.05, 5.1, 5.1. So now I have a very consistent set that I've stoned off the burrs. That's important. And 5.1's the sweet spot for an 04 plate. All right, that's after 15 years of metrics, making over 20,000 saws with Bad X Tool Works. Very consistent set. The better part of saw sharpening is that you've not only sharpened a joint, but you have an incredibly consistent set that is appropriate for the gauge of metal in the first place, because that plate thickness is going to vary. So here we are at final assessment. Look at this saw. It's probably not the prettiest saw in the world, but it might have belonged to my customer's dad or his grandpa. Who cares? The main thing about any saw is its plate, the quality of the steel, and how you have manipulated that steel with a very consistent tooth line that's set to within the thousandths and sharpened a joint. That is all the secret sauce there is to what makes a great cutting saw. Here, I'm gonna test cut it now. Yeah. Nice and smooth. Just enough clearance for it to do its job. Let's finish this cut. All right, that was about 20 strokes. And I'm quite happy with this. We have a final state of between 0.5 and 0.51 on an 0.4 thick plate. And that's where the rubber hits the road, right there. This has been Mark at Saw Sharp. Thanks for watching.